Alright, so I decided to do this review simply because there were not a lot of videos about this particular unit, the 63HB by Soundstream, which is new for 2017. I don't normally do reviews, but I do want to put in my 2 cents and help somebody else that might be potentially unhappy when they buy it, so you can kind of get an idea of what you're purchasing before you do. So thanks for watching, and bear with me as like I said, I don't usually do reviews, so I may not be that good at it. But anyway, this particular unit, being that I think it was one of the newest ones that came out, one of the first runs of this particular unit that didn't have the update, which after being into a couple emails with Soundstream, I found that the newest ones are coming out with the update, which should be compatible with Android 7.0 and higher. Right now it's only up to 6.0, which that's why I have a Galaxy S5 that I bought off of Craigslist to use, but I'm only speaking specifically to the phone link situation, because everything else works fine. The phone link, for some reason, when you plug it in, it does not it connects, and you can use the Bluetooth and everything works, but you cannot mirror the screen and actually use your phone from the touchscreen. On the Galaxy S5 it works flawlessly. There's no issues at all. The picture quality is really good. It's very fast. As soon as you connect, and there is a slight bit of lag latency between you touching something on the screen and maybe a few milliseconds or whatever till the phone reacts, and then it has to send whatever it's doing back to the thing. So it does take a little bit of time, but nothing nothing that's hard to deal with. So as far as everything else, I mean, I will kind of skip over your main things. The Bluetooth, the GPS works really well for a low-end unit, and I just put the antenna right here on my dash. I didn't go outside, and it works fine. I'm telling you, it does. I mean, when you search for stuff, things come up. I mean, gas stations or food and all that, it just comes up really quickly. I'm not going to go into that because it's just really a waste of time. Everybody's knows about GPS and Bluetooth, but I can say that I'm pretty happy with how it works. I still use Google Maps just because for me it's easier when it comes to putting in information, everything, when I can just use the Bixby and just tell it what to do, and it just works better. Okay, Google works fine for me too. Bluetooth, it does have Bluetooth 4.0, so you get a better quality, especially for phone calls. It works, you have a crystal clear sound. I was kind of worried about the front mounted microphone, because on my Pioneer and my Tahoe has a cord that came out, and I had it hooked up like on the door pillar over there, so your voice was kind of echoed towards it. And I never had an issue with anyone hearing me. But in this one, the microphone is mounted on the front here, and I haven't had an issue with it whatsoever. People hear me just fine. Actually, it might be on the top over there, but I don't know. Oh yeah, it's right here. But anyway, people hear me just fine. I don't have any issues. The sound quality is good. You have no problem with bleeding from the speakers into the mic. I don't have any issue with that. The radio, one thing I will say about the radio is that it doesn't show name of the station, name of the artist, or song like on my Pioneer. That automatically came up, and that was without HD radio. USB, I don't use that because I always just use streaming music or have things downloaded to my phone. I don't use a flash drive or anything, but I'm sure that will work just fine. As far as the phone link though, this is the reason I bought this unit. I don't care about the GPS, but all of the Soundstream units that had phone link also had the GPS for some reason. There is no aptics units that have the phone link without GPS. So I was thinking maybe get a price point difference, but there's not. So unfortunately for that, there is the GPS on here. I guess that's fine, and I'll use it when I need to or whatever. But for this is the coolest thing. I mean, really, you can control everything from here. You click it, you just play. The sound quality's good. Obviously the YouTube is a little bit less quality, but play music sounds really to me just fine. It has really good audio output. I am running a 5-channel amp in the back, so the output coming out for the RCAs is really good. The distortion, I could only imagine, because it only goes up to 40 on the volume. I have my gain set to be around 30, because I can only expect, being a lower end unit, that it would start clipping probably at 75%. I don't know, but that's why I have it set at 75% or lower. I've always recommended that for anybody I've helped install or do anything like that, just because you don't want any distortion added into your amps. You know, that's just, you might as well just hang it up, have it set for a higher output. But anyway, so as far as that goes, that works. The fading is good. The equalizer is really good on this thing. I mean, it's a 10-band, so it's pretty good to have all that, you know, all the different lows and highs, and you can change it and it has a loud setting. One thing I don't like is that it doesn't have a source level converter, which would be like on Pioneers, they have, if you're using Bluetooth, you have like 4 levels. You can add 4 up or 4 down to bring in a higher source level or a lower source level. So that's one thing they don't have. I wish they did. One other thing is that the menus are kind of clunky. I mean, one thing I hate is that you have to go back to go to equalizer, which is in your regular setup menu. One thing I will point out that I had an issue with was the touchscreen not responding to my fingertips. But there's a calibration. You do the calibration and it works fine after that. You never have an issue. One other thing I did notice is that, and I'm in Connecticut, so it's been fairly cold. I've only had this installed for a couple of weeks now, but it's been very cold the last few days, you know, in the 20s or 30s. And when I get up in the morning, drive my truck, I leave at 6 in the morning, so it's like really cold, and the head unit does not come on. I don't know if that's some type of safety feature that they have in these. I've looked at a couple videos, so some Pioneers and Kenwoods also have the same issue. So I don't think it's a unit issue. I think it's just a thing, maybe a safety or whatever. So if you have an issue with that, usually it comes on. I mean, 5 minutes down the road, it kicks on by itself. So no issue with that. One thing I will point out also is that I have a 2008 Silverado LTZ, which has the Bose system installed. I don't know if it's different for other vehicles, but I do know, like the Tahoe, the Yukon, and the Sierra truck, in those years 2007 to 2012, they do have CAN bus, and this will not work with CAN bus steering wheel controls. Not that I really care about that, because I never used them with my factory radio anyway, but I did watch a couple videos, and there's one other guy out there that was using the 7HD, which is the double screen one, and he said that it worked. I had went in a comment with him a couple times, and he said it works, and it's the same system as this, so maybe it does, maybe there's a way, but I'm using the pack unit that is like $100 that's supposed to retain everything, and it doesn't work. I've tried all different settings, and it doesn't work. But anyway, I don't really care about that. So anyway, I just wanted to do that for you guys. I hope that this helped, and if you have any questions, feel free to comment. You know, I respond pretty quickly. I like to I'm as interested and addicted to this to audio as anyone else out there, so if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. But overall, I think for $200 this is an awesome unit, and Soundstream has really stepped their game up. I'm kind of like, you know, I even have Soundstream Picasso components in the doors, and they sound amazing. I have a 5-channel amp in the back, pushing about 50 watts RMS to each one, and they're just loving it. They sound great. So anyway, Soundstream is good. I think this unit's awesome for the money. I mean, obviously it's not a Pioneer or Kenwood, but if you want to spend double or more than that, $500-600 on a head unit, then we'll go ahead. But you're still not going to have that phone link option. All you're going to have is a mirror link. So the phone link is awesome. I mean, you can control your phone right from it. And I'm just going to take that S5 that I bought just on Craigslist or whatever, and I'm going to tuck it underneath so where it's just hidden, and I'm just going to use that and then just use my regular phone, like, you know, throughout. So anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good one.